So here's the deal. I have been using the Razer Kitsune leverless controller for quite some time, and I really enjoy this controller. I like its form factor. I like the size of the button layouts. I like this controller. However, there's been one key issue, which is more of a personal issue than the controller's issue, that I would like to finally address. That is this input here. And this mechanic here, parry. If you notice with my inputs, you might notice that I'm not hitting a perfect parry input with the medium punch and medium kick at the exact same time. If I were to be able to manually input this perfectly every single time, I'd have no issues. In practice, however, because I do not use my pinkies and I don't use the extra buttons for macros, there's many situations where I'll end up either getting something like that, where I get a medium kick or a medium punch instead of actually getting the parry input, or I end up plinking for a frame, the medium kick first, and if I go for a perfect parry timing, I will actually get hit on that one frame before the parry input comes out and takes over, and I'll get counter hit on that one frame. There's so many times where I know I inputted parry, or my intention was 100% parry, and I got instead counter hit and died, right? You hear me complain about it all the time while I'm playing, right? It's my own fault because I do not like using the extra buttons with my pinky. So the solution to that is the solution to finally use my pinky with the extra buttons out here, where like a lot of stake and leverless players actually use the macros. No, the solution is a brand new controller with extra buttons. This is a Punk Workshop custom leverless, and you see here next to the jump button here, in this spot, there's an extra attack button that can be mapped here, and an extra button on top as well. So I do not want to use my pinky. I do not want to use these extra buttons out here. I might change my mind about that at some point, but my goal today is to try this controller out, and I want to try using parry down here with my right thumb. So that is my main intention for trying out this controller. This was sent to me, full disclosure, this was sent to me for free, no strings attached or anything, but I wanted to try that out for a long time, so I'm going to try it out. Now, I don't know if people use this top button for DI that often. I'm not sure about this guy. I don't mind doing DI the old-fashioned way, right? I don't mind doing DI manually. I don't mind doing it in that fashion. Objectively, it would be better to have something where you could hover your finger over DI and do it like in an instant to have better reactions. However, I think the meta has sort of always quickly adopted the fact that parry covers more options, right? Parry is usually going to be higher on your mental stack because it is the thing that you want to do the most on reaction. You will want to parry random moves. DI only counters DI, right? Parry can counter DI as well, even though you get less reward. The best thing to do would be to play on pad, because pad is busted in Street Fighter 6, in my opinion, because you can have parry and DI 100% always hovered over with your left hand or whatever layout you do. It's ridiculous. So for now, I'm still sacrificing that. My main focus is not getting a parry input. Now, these switches are interesting. I'm not a gearhead. Even the Kitsune switches were a little different for me. They felt a little different. They're kind of silent. But these switches are entirely different as well on the Punk Workshop. They feel strange to me up front. They're more like mechanical switches, like a keyboard. My first impression is, I don't have the linguistic ability and the technical know-how to describe what parts these are and how they feel. They feel very strange to me. My background would be Sanwa buttons that are clickety-clackety and have a lot of action. These have very little action. They barely move. I feel like I'm really overcompensating and like dramatically mashing the buttons, but it feels like a controller where you want to be more subtle with your inputs, and maybe that'll be something I get used to over time. But right now, I feel like because there's not a lot of action and it's very like this, it's either not depressed or depressed, right? And a lot of other leverless controllers, the button will move a certain amount of degree with a certain amount of action and then activate. This one, not activated, activated, right? And that feels strange to me because I'm used to accelerating into my inputs, I believe. So I think it's fine. It's just unusual at first. Also, the thumb placement on the Kitsune has a larger, I think this is like a 24 millimeter regular button, and this is a 30 millimeter for the jump. I think that's the layout. On this controller, all the buttons are a standard size, including the jump button. So another thing is I use my right thumb on jump a lot, and this jump is now in a weirder spot, so that might take getting used to as well. It's further away and it's smaller, and my right thumb theoretically will be using jump, because I use jump cancel DP. I use my right thumb for doing DP and parry. I don't even know if like the way I learned to use leverless with uppercuts is even compatible with this parry in for my right thumb type of playstyle. So there's a lot to learn. I don't know. So I'm just going to try it out and give it a go.
Here comes a new challenger.
Great, a matchup where I can really practice using parry. I dropped my DP. Okay. I did a regular parry. That was me trying to use the parry macro to drive rush. I did, okay. Do new macro. Macro. Okay. Okay. Some of those were the macros, some of those were regular parry. Okay, he threw my parry macro. That was macro. I did regular parry there. I was doing a mix. I did do some parries with the macro, but I was definitely using OG parry in a lot of situations. The jump button is smaller, so I tried to jump there, I literally missed it. It's in a different spot. What? Oh, I missed my attack button. I'm feeling the weirdness of the controller. I should have done a drive rush conversion. Crosscut? Okay, got those. That was punish. I think I could have killed. I think I could have killed. So yeah, the jump button is not where I expected, which I kind of wish the jump button was larger. So they do have designs where they have the extra button, but they also have the large jump button. What's up, nephew? Is that what you use? What is your layout? I've added parry to the thumb button next to jump. I'm unsure if I'm going to use DI at all. So you use the pinky for parry? Am I dumb for not using pinky for parry? I don't even know what button I just hit there to make that happen. Bust a wolf. I should have done light DP. Oh, that is frustrating. That is frustrating. Terry things. Oh, I used thumb. Dead anyways. I tried to parry that with my thumb so bad. Oh my god. That would have been so clutch if I landed that. Think he would have parried? Maybe. Ugh. God. Frustrating. Frustrations of change. God, just having my thumb over parry this whole time is really fucking me up. I just can't, I feel like I can't think. And I'm still not sure if I should be doing the macro for drive rush cancel. I don't know if I like that. Well, I don't like anything right now because it feels very weird. Like I said, I'm not sure if people who use this also use jump cancel DP like I do. So it's kind of a lot for my right thumb to be doing both parry and DP in neutral. If that's the case, I feel like ergonomically I should be using my left thumb for DP in neutral. And my right thumb should just be activating parry. I did that parry. I got to admit, that wasn't thumb parry. That was OG parry. Oh, sweet. Oh, I didn't know how to fucking... Oh, my thumb. Doing that with my thumb was very awkward. I did manual parry there, and that's why I got crouching medium punch. Thumb parry. We only thumb parry here. Thumb parry. See? Oh, still drop combos, though. Thumb parry. Oh, thumb parry. Let's go. No! Thumb parry. Come on. Nice sequence. Wait a minute. 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 Ah, shit. Kill me? No? That's not gonna kill. Excuse you? Oh, I did it! I got a perfect parry with the macro. Oh, what's that? Where's my crosscut level 3? I definitely feel like I've already noticed a difference in consistency with the parry just for the fact that I'm not getting this plink situation. Last couple sessions, I was getting plink parry or like just a button instead of parry so many times. I get counter hit so many times. I'm sure the regulars in the chat are sick of me complaining about it for so long and not doing anything about it. So even though I still feel a little scrambled in terms of my muscle memory, I can already tell, at least when I'm pressing parry, I'm getting parry. Right? I feel the difference for sure in consistency already there. And the buttons don't feel that weird anymore either. They were definitely kind of jarring at first, but I'm starting to get a feel for it. They almost feel like pressure pads. It's a little weird. I'm so used to such a firm and resonant click. It also reminds me a little bit of silent buttons. Like when silent Sanwa buttons came out, I despised those. That was like 2015 era. There's like these silent Sanwa buttons that started to release, and I thought it was like punching mashed potatoes. This gives me a little bit of that vibe, but it doesn't feel that bad. No! Oh, okay. Okay. Rob, he threw it away. Woo! Okay, it worked. It worked. I needed that perfect parry to survive. That was the thumb perfect parry. Thumb perfect parry? Oh, Terry, please. That is so frustrating. Yeah, how do I keep that a block string when they're in burnout? Can I do that? Oh, yes, sir. Thumb perfect parry. Hold up. Hold up. We still got a match. Hold up. I should have killed him. Thumb parry. Oh. Oh. Oh, I didn't get the DP level 3. That was such a clean sequence too. All right, crisis averted there. Am I stupid? Yes, but maybe I can win here. Okay. Should I have won that? Probably not. But I did. And in the end, isn't that really all that matters? Okay, I love to keep playing, but I think this is a good time. It's getting late. Good time for me to wrap it up here. So I'll give my final first day impression. So yeah, I went from playing on Razer Kitsune. I really do like this controller. I like the form factor, I like the weight. I do enjoy this controller a lot. But I wanted to try out the extra button for parry. I like it. I do like it. I'm getting used to it. The buttons are a little strange to me. They feel a little mushy, but some people might like that action. I'll try the other configuration where you remove the ring from these to allow for a greater range of action to depress them. Maybe that'll suit my style better. I got used to it pretty much over the course of one session. I still sometimes reflexively press parry the old-fashioned way, but I 100% noticed that I was not getting counter hit randomly when I press parry. I would get counter hit randomly all the time doing parry the old-fashioned way. All the time. So I have not used the extra button up here. I might never do that, and I might experiment more with configurations and maybe use DI on pinky. I don't like using my pinky for things like that, especially parry. Parry feels too integral, and I need to have access to it at all times, and my pinky's weak. I don't know. So it doesn't really feel that great to me. But I've kind of adjusted to it already over the course of one session. The objective takeaway I can give you is that if you are not using a parry macro, you should 100% be making whatever change you need to do in order to use the parry macro. If you are a leverless or stick player, it is objectively better using the parry macro. I knew this for a long time, but I instantly felt it this session. I would get counter hit so many times in regular matches, so I highly advise either using your extra buttons with your pinky, get used to that, or look for an extra button. It's a big deal for a reason. That's all for this session, guys. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for watching. I'm going to pack it up here. I'll send you guys over to TNS. I think they're in top 8 here. Peace.